Hey everybody, welcome to my countdown to early retirement. It's Tuesday, August 12th. I'm here in Vientiane, Laos. I'm at my favorite little place that I love to go, called the Little House. It's a Little House Cafe located in this, just a little outside of, why am I saying little a lot? Just going outside of Vientiane toward the Thai border. This is a cafe that is owned by Japanese people, but the coffee is grown and handpicked in somewhere in the northern parts of Laos. It's located on Rue Sam Sentai and Kai Phang Ngum. A lot of people know it. People seek this cafe out just because they are so well known for the quality coffee they have. It's a little nostalgic for me because this was my mother's favorite television series, The Little House on the Prairie. Maybe there's some connection there, subconscious connection. But by far, this is the best coffee. I come here every time I visit Laos to stock up. I have about 2 kilos of coffee grounds, dark and medium, that I take back to Bangkok. Coffee that I drink in Bangkok. On the weekends and on holidays, etc., etc. But this is a cute little place. Hand-picked coffee beans. They have a little terrace on the back for you to sit outside, and they'll sell products, handmade products, from made by people, by women and women associations around. In the northern parts. I don't really know other connections, but the northern parts of Laos. They have a little bathroom. You can see when you come into this cafe, it's usually busy. I wanted to take video while I was alone in this. My friend didn't show up to meet me, but yeah, the smell and the warmth of the people that work here is just really fantastic. I really recommend you come in here. And they just came out with this new product called Lao Coffee Rum. So I don't drink alcohol, but I might try that sometime. Hey everybody, it's Tuesday the 12th. It's a little in the afternoon. I went out to do an errand, but my bike didn't start. So I had to use my sister-in-law's motorbike. First time I think the second time I rode a moped, they had to show me how to ride the moped. But my bike doesn't start, and I've been charging it all morning, all afternoon. And there's a garage near my house, so we pushed the bike here to see. There's not even any kind of remote turn on the engine. The light barely comes on, so I don't know what happened. It's annoying because I only have 3 more days till I go back to Thailand, and I don't want to spend any money on the bike, because it's gonna sit again for 5 more months, and then it's gonna die again. So we're just checking to see if it's something minor. If they say it's the battery, then I think I'm not gonna do anything now. I'll just change it when I come back, because it's gonna die again. It needs to be run every day, and I haven't run it in 3 days. So these guys are busier. These guys are always busy here. They've always got cars in here. But he's gonna quick check the bike just to see if there's anything relatively easy with it. But I just don't want to do any repairs on it or any expense on it. So if it doesn't work, I'll just borrow my sister-in-law's motorbike for the next 2-3 days until we leave, and then it will just basically sit till I come back. That's not really good because of the oil and everything. And what is that? Jeez, something blew in the motor. Well, that was exciting to catch on video. It scared the crap out of me. So yeah, we're gonna see to get this, see if they can see what it is. If it needs a new battery, I'm not gonna do anything about it. And then it would just sit till I come back, and hopefully it won't be too much of a hassle. This is a reason why I'm interested in buying, having an extra. When I come back, have an extra motorbike. So there is possible I might buy another motorbike, like one of the ones I was looking at last week, the big 300 cc's, a little more comfortable, just to have as a spare, because this one is getting old and it can do this any moment. You know, we got to keep it running. So I'll end it there. Hey everybody, it's Tuesday the 12th of August. It's about 6:30 in the evening. I'm out doing my evening walk. I was meeting with some friends, but yeah, I just want to show you a little bit of the traffic. Actually, it doesn't look like really bad right now. It was horrible earlier, but this is a lot of the construction that's going on around the city. I'm not sure why they're doing it all at one time, but this is everywhere in the city. We're a little bit outside the city, but just everywhere. I'm not sure. I wonder where they got the money, but it looks like they're widening the roads in some places because they're installing a electric bus public system, which looks like it's supposed to be should be a lot better. Hopefully, it will cut down on some of this traffic. But the traffic is easing up a little bit. But when I walked, I'm on my way home now. But when I was walking home or toward here, the traffic was just horrendous. Yeah, anywhere between, I guess it's pretty much anywhere, is it? Right here, you can see some of the traffic coming from this way. This is going all the way back. You'll sit at this red light probably if you're from the last car you can see from here, you will be sitting through at least 4 red lights before you even get to the intersection, because they move very slow, which is probably good. The roads are small and people have a tendency to drive very slow here, and you know, there's always this tailgate. There's always this lag bit of cars that try to squeeze through the red light, which delays the other direction from being able to start, because they have to wait till this. So there's always this lag time on the red lights, and from the people, from the cars going through. I don't know if that came out very clearly. I'm a little winded. I'm walking faster. I'm walking as fast as I should be to it be effective. Little faster pace than my for me to be able to talk easily. But I'm also trying to come up with something to say. So yeah, look at that traffic. I don't miss that. I'm not going to miss that. Well, actually, I'll have to. I think when we come back from Bangkok and retire here, I'm going to have to. We're going to have to work our schedule around the traffic. So when there's no traffic, so no driving after 3:30. Be home by 3:30, or plan to come home after 6 if I'm out for some reason. But I was just looking at bicycles today. I went to a bike shop, and I'm going to buy a bicycle when I come back. I think they're probably reasonably priced. There was a giant bicycle, and they had some more expensive kinds there. But I just want something that putts around the town, and to be able to ride bicycle to the gym, because I don't want to use my gas, and it's just a little bit more exercise to get where I need to go, and maybe I'll even use that when I go, if I need to run to the store or something. The problem is it's so high, and it's kind of dangerous to ride bicycle on the streets. It is a little dangerous, and it's not very comfortable at all. So yeah, and I decided I'm not going to fix my motorcycle. I looked to get a price on a battery, but they were too busy. They couldn't even give me the price on a battery, and this thing, and it looked like a cheap battery anyway. So I'd rather the bike just sit there, wait till I come back and then I get it. Hey everybody, it's Thursday. I thought it was Friday, but it's Thursday, the 14th of August. And it's going on 6:30. It's at the end, we're in week 19 of my countdown to early retirement. This is our last evening to do our evening walk before we head back to Thailand tomorrow. We go back to Thailand on the train tomorrow night. So I ended up meeting most of the day today online. And then I met with the engineer who were looking to give us some design ideas for adding to do some landscaping on our property, as well as create a new room. So he came by today again with some ideas. We really like the ideas. It's going to be looks like it's going to be a prefab on stilts above the parking area. It's a prefab from Thailand, and I'm really excited about it because this will basically be my office, and it'll feel like something new. I'm moving into something new, and it's probably going to be a room that I will live in 90% of the time when I'm not sleeping, because I'm in my office most of the time. And then part of this design is some landscaping to just beautify, remove all the concrete, put in some brick and some more grass, and then add more grassy area to the whole length of the side of the house and in the front. Really looking forward to it, but he didn't give me a price. I told him, I get my final paycheck at the end of the year. But how much would it cost to get started to have at least that first part done? The first part would be he has to rip up all the concrete and basically put in the dirt and the land. He said it would only take about 2-3 weeks, but he's going to be sending me some costs later in a couple days. He needs to get some estimates. I was hoping he'd have at least an idea of what the house would cost. I'm really hoping to God it's within my budget idea. I have no idea. I've never done this before, and when I do some research online, and some research with ChatGPT, it gives me a cost that should be pretty reasonable. But this is Laos, and things are more expensive. Things are imported, and the thing that's cheapest here is labor. Fortunately, the materials that he's getting are from Thailand, but I don't know what kind of customs they'll put on top of that, custom charges. That will probably be what really jacks up the price. He says he wants to fabricate this material in these walls in Laos at some point, and he's working on it, but not yet. So we're really excited for this extra room, and I'm thinking, as much as I try to be a minimalist, the only reason we're building another room is because of her family in the house. It's, she's got her sister and the kid, they need their own room. And then the boy, if we didn't have the boy, actually, we still would need we still would ideally need another room to have guests, because otherwise, her family, the boy's sleeping either outside in the tukul or in the mother's bedroom on the floor, or he's kind of, it's been like that for 8 years, but he's 18. He's going to be 18 years old now, and I was just asking my wife, what's he going to do when he's done with school? I mean, he's not going to live with us forever. So when he leaves, when is he going to leave, and what's he going to do? But the problem is here, families, children will live with their parents until they're adults. Like her sister's like almost 40, the youngest one, 40 and married, and 2 children, and still living with the parents. But that's partly because they help take care of the parents in the house. It's kind of their obligation as the baby, as the young one. So the last child in the family usually traditionally lives with the family and then they kind of inherit the house. So, but that's not my tradition, and that's not really how I like it. While we were talking with the engineer, she was asking about adding another room, which would really reduce the amount of size, either rooms inside, and the room and even the yard space outside. And I'm like, for what? Well, for the boy to have his own room. I'm like, so I'm gonna build another room for the boy who's 18. At some point he's not gonna live here forever. I'm like, sorry, I'm not customizing my house for every family member who could possibly visit us. I do think we need an extra room, and I'm really excited about this addition, but I'm not gonna add another room just for someone that we don't even know what his story is. What's he gonna do? That's not really my problem. He's pretty harmless living there, and I do feel bad. He doesn't have his own bedroom. He's never had his own bedroom ever. But he should be living with the father, but he can't because the father is an abusive a-hole. The wife left him, or the first husband left him because he's abusive, And even before that, the girl, the stepdaughter, was living with us for many years. She's finally living outside with another friend who she works with. So she's finally taken a step, and she's like 24. So that just happened within the past year. So before, it just had like two younger kids. Not really kids, a teenager and a young 20. So, but at least she's taken steps to live on her own. She comes back once in a while. She'll stay with us. But that's not a long-term solution, and I don't want to cut up my house just for another extra room that could be smaller. So, just something I've got to sort through. She's okay with what I said. It wasn't a fight or anything. She's just talking some ideas. Look at this traffic. Here we go with the traffic again. Crazy traffic. I'm glad I don't have to sit in that. So, other than that, I had the meeting at work today. And then so I need to pack tonight because I have another meeting tomorrow morning. And then we need to be ready to go by 2 o'clock. And the only reason we're leaving that early, our train is at 7:40, and they leave sharp. So we're leaving early enough only because of the traffic. We want to beat the early afternoon traffic. So we got to leave by 2, hopefully get to the border by 3:30. Cross the border, that'll be 4:35. And then on the other side, we'll get something to eat and get to the train by 7. So that's our evening. It's really sad. I can't believe it's already 3 weeks here in Laos. Almost 3 weeks. It's been wonderful. I'm really excited to come back. To more permanently. So the next time I come back, it will be in December when I'm finished with my job. And I hope to have everything set up. In the meeting today, just again confirmed how excited I am to stop working here. I'm very excited to stop working here. I'm ready to go. I would like to work part-time, some small jobs, but this job, no, I'm done with it. It's too frustrating. I get, 8 years, so it's time to go. Really excited to leave. So I think I'll wrap that up. Take a look at that sunset. I hope I'm not shaking too much. I didn't think I would do a chronicle today while I was walking, but I just wanted to give a quick catch up. The next time I do a video will probably be a little bit of our travel back to the border tomorrow, and then once we get into the train. But it's gonna be a long, hot day because we have to leave so early. And then Saturday morning we'll get in around 5 in the morning, 5 or 6 on a Saturday morning, which would be good because it will be no traffic. Just get to the house and then we'll just get everything cleaned up and ready to be there for the remainder of the 4 or 5 more months. All right, everybody, take care. God bless. Take it slow.